ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And in the previous episode, we missed out on the Year 2 Stanley Cup playoffs, and to say it was a disappointment would be an absolute understatement. We went into this season with high expectations. 2 episodes ago we were saying, you know what, this team, President's Trophy contender. Taylor Hall, Sean Monahan, Goudreau, Tkachuk, Hanifin, Giordano. Ritchie was a great goaltender last year. Phenomenal postseason. And this year, we crap the bed all around. We absolutely sucked. We sucked. It sucked. There's not a whole lot more to say about that, really. It just sucked. You know, you look at this team, we 100% deserved, we 100% deserved to make the postseason this year. We are a strongly built team. This team should have made the postseason. With all this talent, the acquisition of Taylor Hall should have made us a for sure contender. You know, we made a few changes. You know, during the season, when we were on our skid, we made a coaching change, and you can say maybe if we kept the same coach, we would have maybe made the playoffs. There was a small chance, because if you look at the standings, there wasn't a whole lot we could have done. There wasn't. We were tied for second last in the division. There was just not a whole lot of fight. And if you look at the Central Division teams, there's nothing we could have done. Nada. Nothing at all. Nothing. And we are currently, where are we at the bottom? Well, we are 5th last in the league. So I believe the worst pick we could have is pick number 8. Move 3 spots back. 8 is not a bad pick in this draft. Since Taylor Hall is on our squad, that automatically makes us a first overall pick contender, because Taylor Hall, if you don't know, has been on a lot of lottery-winning teams. A boatload. A truck. No, boat's bigger than a truck, Owen. I'm just ready to get to the draft, because that's what we're all here for. This is what you're here for, and I'm not used to missing out on the playoffs in year number 2 after making it in year number 1. It's weird for me. An Atu Ratti would be phenomenal. I've never used him in a franchise mode series. I would love him on my squad. Even if I get like a top 3 pick, I won't be going after Pietrangelo or Brandt Clarke, because I just had them in Minnesota, and I feel like it wouldn't feel right. I feel if they go to a different team, I'm okay with that. But I am way more interested in a Tristan O'Reilly, a right winger, and Carter Addison, who we definitely need some righty prospects. A defensive prospect in Liam Davidson would be phenomenal. And it's a very, very deep draft. A Joshua Waugh, maybe. Pick number 8. We have a lot of options this draft. A lot of options. Being in the top 10, this is a good year to be in the top 10. We also have this potential franchise goaltender that I'm going to write this down real quick wherever my pencil is. I got to make notes. I should have done this before the episode, but guess what? I didn't. Okay, so what, 100? Holy moly, that's pretty late. 100. You got this Huckins, which I'm not sure he's going to be anything. Milan Lucic. 3-year ETA. Okay, 34. Might as well write that down. This could be a good draft. It won't. I don't think it'll come any close to year number 1. The 2 Russians in the first round, the 2 Americans in the second round, a phenomenal draft. We have to have a good offseason, and I'm not sure what moves to make. And obviously, I'm going to show you the postseason. Put your bets down. Who do we think's going to make it? I have no idea. I'll pick one now. I got maybe Carolina. Sure. But Edmonton really shined this year, and I wish we were there to battle them. But apparently we just were not good enough, and I think I'm going to change up the coaching this year and just There's a lot of options. A lot of options, but year number 2, we're not in the postseason, and that's new for me. That's new for me. After building so much, missing, I had a feeling we weren't going to connect as well as I had hoped, and we definitely did not. It was a rough patch the entire season, and we just fell apart completely. Jankowski's back. I don't care if he's back. Too little, too late. It does suck. I haven't had to do this in a long, long time. Very long time. Draft class, not worried about the draft class at this point in time. I have my guys that I want to go for. We actually have 2 first-round picks this year, our own and New York, and they actually made the postseason. Hopefully they get kicked out. Vancouver fires as their head coach. I'm just waiting for the draft lottery, and in year number 2, your Stanley Cup champions, number 25 in their historical franchise, the Montreal Canadiens. The Calder Cup also goes to Belleville. Congratulations, Montreal, and it is time. Let's actually go to the awards before we get to the lottery, which is going to be very, very fun. Okay. Who's taken home some awards this year? Actually, let's look at the postseason tree real quick. Okay, it was San Jose, Montreal. Montreal had to go through Tampa Bay, Boston, Philly. San Jose went through Edmonton. Edmonton lost in the first round. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks in 7 in the West. So a very, very interesting Stanley Cup Finals. Congratulations, Montreal, on the Stanley Cup. 2 straight years. The original 6 have won the Stanley Cup. Toronto, for the 2nd straight year, have won the Presidents and gotten kicked out early. Clarence S. Campbell and Prince of Wales. Individual awards. Your Art Ross winner in year number 2, Connor McDavid. He will also take home the Hart Memorial. Congrats. James Norris goes to John Carlson, easily taking it home for the 2nd straight year. Lady Bing goes to Kaylor Yamamoto. Very interesting right there. Calder goes to Alexis Lafreniere on the Colorado Avalanche, easily. No doubt. Conn Smythe goes to Carey Price, leading his Montreal Canadiens. I would cry inside if he were able to do that. Makes me very emotional. Vezina goes to Marc-Andre Fleury. Willie Mem Jennings goes to Ilya Samsonov. Bill Masterton goes to Neil Pionk. Jack Adams goes to Farrell. Why was that so hard? Frank Jaselki goes to Ryan O'Reilly. Just name it after him. Might as well. Ted Lindsay goes to Connor. Maurice Richard goes to Connor as well. He did a bang-up job this season, except for the postseason where he got eliminated in the first round by the eventual West champions. But let's continue towards the draft. The lottery is coming in hot. The lottery. And we move all the way back to pick number 8. Taylor Hall couldn't do us a solid, and the voodoo was against us. St. Louis, another Central Division team, moves up high into the... Pittsburgh moves from 13th to 2nd. They're getting Petrangelov. Are you kidding me? No, there is a possibility that Petrangelov goes first overall, because they're both high elite. Okay, Vancouver from 6th to 3rd. Detroit from 1st to 4th. Detroit, oh my god, from 1st to 4th again. I'm sorry, Detroit. I feel so bad for you. Oh, Detroit. Okay, pick number 8. What can we do with pick number 8? I'm gonna pause here real quick, because I want to extend some, viewer, no! God, oh, they're literally, okay, it won't slow down. Year 2 retirees, Jason Pominville calls it quits. Miss him in Buffalo. Actually a really good career, not bad. Chris Kunitz, who retired IRL already. David Backus, who's still kicking somehow. Jussi Jokinen is still playing hockey. Valtteri Filppula, my god. Dustin Bufflin. Brandon Dubinsky already, huh? Funny. A lot of guys calling it quits. Did we actually lose anybody? I don't think we lost anything important. Goaltenders, who's calling it this year? Victor Faust, former Edmonton Oiler. Too bad, so sad. We didn't lose anybody. Good. I'm glad we didn't lose anybody. Year 2 retirements are over. I'm not worried about coaches. Oh my god, it's just going to simulate all the way past. Lovely, lovely. I totally wasn't going to send some contract extensions, but it's whatever. Thank you, EA. Really, really appreciate it. So before we head to that, I was hoping to send some of these before the draft. TJ Brody, my man. What kind of contract do you want? $5.1 million for 4 years. He'll be 36 by the end of that contract. Everybody had a rough season. We have to remember that everybody had a rough year. And if we're looking at our defensive core next year, it isn't looking the most pretty. Noah Hennepin. If we hold on to Giordano, he might have to go this year. That means TJ Brody is definitely going to be a guy that has to come back. Valimaki, how much do you want in the offseason for him? No. I'm not giving that to you yet, so we can wait on that. Somebody said to trade on Dion Phaneuf, and I'm not trading Dion Phaneuf. You hear me? Never, ever. Never. In the system, you got Hag, Hetherington, and McInnes, who is going to make the NHL sooner or later. He's going to be my guy. He is going to be my guy, and other than that, it doesn't seem like we have a lot of expiring contracts. We have Dylan Dubé. Sam Bennett went down. These are some trade assets for sure. We're going to lose a lot this year. It's a lot of turnover, but I'd be happier with giving him I want to match that up. I think for him, we can wait until the offseason and check our options. But for right now, I think I just want to head into the draft. I think that's our best option at this point. I'm not going to do the draft interviews because they never work and they suck a lot, so too bad, so sad. So we have pick number 8. Pick number 8 is looking like Joshua Waugh. Beniers, Trevor Wong, Luke Hughes, Cole Sillinger, Wilmer. This defenseman who doesn't look too bad, but I'd probably... Ooh! Pick number 15, okay. Personally, I don't want Joshua Waugh, and here's why. I don't want to, like, miss out on him, but I also feel we could use a center prospect, and Joshua Waugh might be that kid. Because we had him in Columbus, obviously. He was a part of the MVP line. Joshua Waugh, Matthew Zawa, and Jeffrey Woodworth. He might have to be on his own on this squad. He might be a completely different player for us. You never know. But at that spot, I'm willing to take him if he's there. If we can move up, I'm moving up if it makes sense. Okay, I think we just got to go into the draft. See, whoa. There was somebody there. There was a medium elite. Hey, I got to write that down. Got to make sure we do this right. Okay, let me check that again. Was I wrong? Addison, pick number 84, Yaskin, 19 years of age, defenseman. He's probably a 50, 60 overall, 84. Okay. Anything other than that? Does not look like it, so let's just go ahead. It's draft time, ladies and gents. I'm ready for the draft. I hope we have the ability to move up. Remember, a lot of really good teams that missed out on the postseason won some top-tier picks, so maybe one of them want to move on from their top-tier pick. Okay, who's calling it this year? The Pittsburgh Penguins want to trade pick number 2. But nobody else wants to move. Let's talk to Pittsburgh. Now, you might be saying, well, that's cheating. Well, Pittsburgh makes sense. They got Sidney Crosby, Malkin. They got all that. They want the ability to win. And I completely understand that. I get it. Completely. For the second overall pick, I probably wouldn't be taking Pietrangelo. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably take one of either the defensemen or two of the Americans. Or one of the two Americans. Is there anything on the squad you would want? Dustin Wolf is going to be probably our backup next year. We might lose Rittich this year. Everybody was bad this season. It kind of hurts our morale and potential. I can give you pick... I'm okay with leaving pick number 8. Because I have a bad feeling Joshua Waugh is going to be off the board. So let's see if we can get this through. Pittsburgh, you don't want pick number 8, but you would still keep a top 10 pick for a really good team. Is there any player you would want on this squad? Who am I okay moving on? Do you want to Mark Giordano for 2 years, helping out their defensive core? Pittsburgh's defensive core in general isn't the strongest. So Mark Giordano, we can retain. I would be willing to retain half his salary. Half his salary, but they'd still probably need more for that. Pittsburgh is still a phenomenal team. Phenomenal. They should have been in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year. They could use a defenseman, because if you look at their defensive core, they got Letang, Marino, Pedersen, Schultz. They could use, if they get another defenseman, especially with him coming off of a contract. Oh, he has got a contract extension. They could use another defenseman. A top-tier defenseman. I'm willing to retain half Mark Giordano's salary, which makes more sense for Pittsburgh. They get him for $3 million for 2 years. Making this trade make more and more sense. Jeez Louise. Okay, 50 seconds left on the board. I really want to get this done. Anything else you would be interested in? I mean, we got goaltenders. They could use a goaltender prospect. I'd be willing to give them Tyler Parsons if they want to do that. I mean, who do they got in net right now? They could use that. Are they going to do that trade? Trade rejected. St. Louis is going to make their pick. St. Louis is going to make their pick. Let's see. Would you take... I'd give you a second from next year. I know that's a lot to give up. Okay. Pittsburgh, we got to make... Atu Ratty's off the board. Congratulations, St. Louis. I'm not going to go after Pietrangelo, but I want to get this trade done. So we have a limited amount of time, but I think I know what I want to give them. Our 8th overall pick, which means we still have our 18th overall pick. I'm willing to give them Parsons. Parsons, welcome. Or goodbye, I guess. I'm willing to give you Mr. Giordano and a 2nd round pick from next year, because I'm banking on us being a bit better. Mark Giordano getting a bit of cap off the book. I'm willing to give that up for the 2nd overall pick, which makes more sense. I'm trying to make this make sense. And I think it does for Pittsburgh. They only move back a few spots, and they're still going to get a top-tier talent right there. They could get a phenomenal pick. But I want to trade. 2nd overall pick for the 8th overall, Tyler Parsons. Is it Tyler Parsons? I believe it's Tyler Parsons. It is. Mark Giordano at half retained in a 2nd round pick next year. Trade. Trade accepted. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for the 2nd overall pick. That just makes them that much of a better team. I think in a lot of ways they definitely could win that trade. But I'm going to call a few timeouts. Just take our sweet, sweet time. We got a lot of housekeeping to do this offseason. I'm not sure how much of the offseason we're going to get done, but I want to see. Take our options. Think about our options. With this next pick, what is the best pick to make? We got a defensive defenseman. I don't think I want to take a defensive defenseman with my next pick. Or with the pick. I mean, if you look at pick number 18, what's around pick number 18 that we could get? Pick number 18, Eero Niemi, which would be solid. We got Willie Meckland. Oh, Lambos would be a phenomenal defenseman to bring on. Takes a little bit for him to grow, but that's potential right there. So I might take him. Any goaltenders? I mean, Huckins, I want to say he's a real player. I want to say he's real. I'm not too sure. We got a Jesper Wallstead. I'm not sure. Okay. We got 17 minutes to decide, or even more if we really feel like it. Pietrangelo, I'm sorry. I would take you if this was offline, an offline franchise mode, but I just had you in Minnesota. I want you to go somewhere else and enjoy the hell out of it. You're going to Vancouver, it looks like. I'm not going to take Brandt Clark because I did just have him in Minnesota. I know you might be saying, well, that's the best guy to take, and I know. We saw a lot of Brandt Clark. So I want to try something fresh. We got a computer-generated guy in Tristan O'Reilly. I'm leaning towards the playmaker. Patrick Kane, similar to Patrick Kane. Carter Addison. because nobody else was willing to trade their pick. Now, Liam Davidson. I'm not sure about another defensive defenseman on this core, but if we go to our defensive prospect pool, doesn't look the worst, but if there's a big-time free agent out there, we have the money. Noah Hannafin, Valimaki, McInnes. It is looking a little weaker. It is definitely looking weaker. We could use the defensive prospect, but if we're looking at our right wingers, we got Elias Lindholm. Left wingers, we might lose one of them eventually. Like, it's bound to happen. Matthew Tkachuk and Gaudreau's contracts are up next year. Kasparaitis is going to be up soon. We could definitely use the right winger prospect. And we do have Lambos with our next overall pick, who I've actually never used in franchise mode. So I think the best available option is picking the righty. Okay. We have a lot of snipers on this squad. We do. We have a lot of, like, goal scorers that can score. But we need a legit beast. Tristan O'Reilly, 61 goals in the USA. He is similar to Bobby Hull. And I think he might be the highest overall in this draft. I have a weird feeling that he's a lot better than Carter Addison. You know, we could use the right winger, but we can always transition O'Reilly to the right wing. You always see wingers. Wingers are always capable of moving wing, especially if they're talented enough. I think O'Reilly is a guy you do not want to pass up on. Carter Addison had a great season in the USA, but I think O'Reilly might be the best guy out of the draft. I have a weird feel he's NHL ready, and he's similar to Bobby Hull. You do not just throw that name around for him not to be good. You don't. That's not real. So I think I'm gonna go for him, but before we do that, we got a few things to talk about. I want to do my due diligence and check if there's anything on the block around the league. Okay, so let's do our due diligence, see if there's anything out there. Now, I know a lot of you guys were like, why didn't you trade for Elias Pettersson? Well, I'm sorry I didn't trade for Elias Pettersson because it didn't make sense at the time. If he's still out here, maybe. But we were gonna miss the playoffs at that point, okay? Dylan Cousins is on the block. Really, Buffalo? What are you doing, Buffalo? What are you doing, Buffalo? My lord. Jeez Louise. Jonathan Toews, Sami Vatanen, Duncan Keith? What are you doing, Chicago? Shane Bowers? No, thank you. Nope. Anything. Oh my god, what did you do to Hoffman? Hoffman? Mike Hoffman. Jeez, what did you do to him? Oh my god, Detroit, you killed him. Wait, let me go back. I wasn't paying attention. Broberg? Nah. Nope. Minnesota? Nothing crazy. Cam Hillis? Nothing I'm really interested in. Montreal? New Jersey? No. Is there going to be anything out here that I could use? Not looking like that. Anton Lundell? No. New York? Nope. No. No. Logan Couture? Okay. We might end up trading for like a Joe Thornton. A Joe Thornton. 87 overall. Sam Bennett is looking like he's going to be our second line center this year. But I think Joe Thornton, if he comes over, he's just going to drop. He had a great season with San Jose, though. And we could get them to retain on that. 87 overall. How is San Jose right now? They're hopeful. They could make the postseason next year. So I'm going to write down San Jose. Maybe. As a maybe. He might still be on the block come free agency. Okay. I just want to keep them in mind. Okay. St. Louis. Oh, Colton Parayko. Is he he's a right-handed defenseman. Oh, guys. Colton Parayko, I think, is the guy to go after. I think Colton Parayko is the guy. Colton Parayko. St. Louis, all right. St. Louis. I like a Brady Shan. No, I don't like Justin Falk. With that contract, no thank you. But 2 years left of Colton Parayko. I wonder if he'd work on this squad. I think if we change up the coaching, I think Colton Parayko would be a beast for us. We did just lose Giordano. Bringing over Colton would help us out immediately. And we're still a competitive team. Very. We can still compete. But if we were to do that, who will we trade? Colton Parayko, who would be going the other way? I mean, we could send them a bunch of prospects, but now I'm thinking... Yeah, we could send them prospects. We could send them a Bickle, who might be good. We could send them a Peltier or a Bergen or Berggren. We got in free agency, who's free value. I don't want to touch the Russians. I think Colton Parayko would be the guy to bring on. We could get them to retain on that, too. Okay, we're making the right trades out here. If we can get an NHL-ready guy... Oh, Brock Besser. Why are you so mad? I guess I'm writing down Vancouver. Vancouver. He's 81 overall. 24 years of age. Why you have to be mad? It's probably because they sucked this year. Now, I guarantee he's probably already better than what? Like an Elias Lindholm? I guarantee he's not an 81 overall. I have the strangest feeling that he is not an 81 overall. That could use prospects. We might even end up trading our 18th overall pick. Brock Besser might be a guy. There's a lot of things to do this offseason, ladies and gents. I know I'm taking my sweet time, but we wouldn't have known these guys were out here if we didn't check. Exactly. Connor McMichael, no thank you. Lucas Raymond, no thank you. And Winnipeg. So I would say the immediate trade that we have to do is St. Louis for Colton Parayko. I think that's the immediate trade that we have to do. Get them to retain for 2 years. We can still go out into free agency, get something pretty good. We can sign TJ Brody with the money that we have. I think this is basically a done deal. I'll send them Berggren easily. Do we need our second round pick this year? We don't necessarily need our second round pick this year. We have our top tier picks this year. If we can get these guys, I'm willing to do that. They want prospects. Second round pick this year. Any more rookie skaters you'd want? Goaltenders. You want goaltenders. We just traded Tyler Parsons. Any more rookie skaters you'd be interested in taking? Phillips. Would you do Phillips? Would you do Berggren, a second, and Phillips for a Colton Parayko? I doubt that trade goes through. Trade rejected. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I think Radzika would be the guy. I'm going to keep Phillips, but you're going to have to give us, I don't know, like a third back this year. Fourth? I'll take a fourth. So Colton Parayko, half retained for 2 years. Basically a rental, a fourth for a prospect, a second this year, and Radzika, who I don't think is really a prospect anymore at 23 years of age and only a 73 overall. I'm willing to do that trade. Trade rejected. Without the fourth. Trade rejected again. St. Louis does not want to crack. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them to retain only $2 million. Trade accepted. $750,000 was the breaking point for St. Louis. Colton Parayko, welcome to your Calgary Flames. So welcome to Calgary. You're going to help us out immediately. And we can get back at TJ Brody. You rate Colton Parayko in there within Hannafin. Let me Parayko. TJ Brody. We're looking pretty solid. Now I'm thinking we should try to get Brock Besser, because I have a feeling that he's already going to be better than Elias Pettersson. No, not Elias Pettersson. Elias Lindholm. Why did I say that? Lindholm's been pretty good for us. Not going to lie. He's been really damn good. Brock Besser has only 2 years left on that contract. Right? They don't want a Lindholm. They don't. But I'd be willing to swap. Give them our 18th overall selection. Brock Besser, I think, I'm taking the bet that he's going to be at least an 85 overall. At least. He had a crappy season. And was he even that bad? He wasn't even that bad for Vancouver. And IRL, there were some rumors that he'd be the one traded from Vancouver, and I think it was just a subreddit thing that made hockey Twitter explode, but I don't think it's anything real. And the age difference, 2 years, contracts are they're pretty close, and we can get Brock Besser probably retained. Maybe. He doesn't want to probably be in Vancouver anymore. They have the 3rd overall selection, right? And I feel like Brock Besser would be so much more reliable than Elias Lindholm. I don't hate Elias. He's been really good for us. Been phenomenal. A second liner, but Brock Besser is a guaranteed first liner very, very soon, and he's a right winger, right? 2 years, 122 points in 2 seasons is really good. He's been really good for us. I don't think he's Brock Besser, though. Brock Besser is a legit beast. Brock the Beast Besser. I want to get this trade through. But that means we're going to have to give up a little more. Would they take a... I think we're probably going to have to give up our pick. And that pick being... Well, maybe we can get this through. Maybe without. Do you want Jan Bednar? Can we still keep our 18th overall selection? Lindholm, Bickle, and Bednar. Is this cheesing the system? I don't think that'd go through. Trade rejected. I think it only makes sense if we give them our 18th overall selection. I think it only makes sense. I know you might be like, why would you do that? I think it makes sense. If we're getting Brock Besser, disgruntled, we know he's a talented player. Lindholm's a talented player. They are retaining half the salary, right? An 18th is nothing guaranteed. This team can compete right now. Okay, but I think to get this through, we have to give them Jan Bednar. I think these are things they'd want. A beast right now who's going to help you out, and he's got no morale problems. Going to go over to Vancouver. I think it'll work out. A first-round pick, a prospect, maybe a Lambos. I'm not sure. I can live without that kind of prospect. And Jan Bednar, a goaltender. Trade go through. Trade has been rejected from Vancouver, so they are playing hardball right now. Okay. Did you take a 3rd next year? Trade rejected again. Okay. So we'll get them to retain less. Would you do $2 million? $2 million. Trade rejected. We'll throw on that 3rd round pick. Come on. Trade has been accepted. Brock the Beast Besser, welcome to Calgary. And I know since we're rivals, we had to pay that luxury tax, right? So right wingers, come on. Brock Besser is an 87 overall. I banked on it, and I was right, ladies and gentlemen. Top line player immediately. Immediately. He's a sniper for sure. Like, think about whatever you want to arrange your lineups. Johnny Hockey, Monahan, and Brock Besser. Second line, you got Taylor Hall, whomever, and Matthew Tkachuk. And whoever we get in free agency. We traded a lot. We traded a boatload. But we still can bring on a guy right here. Okay? Now you might say, we'll get a center prospect now. Be a Beniers, but I think you don't pass on a guy who's similar to Bobby Hall. I don't think you pass on that kind of talent. I don't think you pass on that kind of talent. We could go to get a defenseman, but we can build up through the defensive core. Defensemen aren't hard to come by in the early years to draft. It's not going to be hard. But it's rare to get a 66 goal scorer in the NCAA. So with the second overall selection in the 2021 NHL Draft, the Calgary Flames are proud to select from the NCAA Tristan O'Reilly. Welcome to Calgary. An 83 overall. I was right. NHL ready right now. I told you. What did I tell you? I'm right. Hell yes. And now that kind of makes one of our top guys in the future expendable. A Taylor Hall, a Johnny Hockey, a Kachuk. That makes one of them expendable. You don't pass on this kind of talent. I had a feeling. But let's see how the other picks go here in the first round. Petrangelov to Vancouver. We're gonna play Vancouver for the longest time. The rivalry will be renewed. Detroit, with the 4th overall selection, acquires Brandt Clarke. So, first franchise mode, I believe they had Brandt Clarke in Columbus. Second franchise mode, we had Brandt Clarke. Now they have Brandt Clarke again. So, congratulations on going to the dumpster fire. For 5th overall pick, Columbus gets Davidson. That would have been a phenomenal pick. But you don't pass up on a sniper like that. LA gets Addison. See, I could have gone with the playmaker, but we went with the sniper. Arizona selects Edo Iguchi. The Islanders with the 8th overall selection will pick Joshua Waugh. Wait, what did we give Pittsburgh for that pick? I'm lost. Wait, Pittsburgh, what did we give you? Have I completely blanked on what we gave you? Oh, we gave you Giordano and a... Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm good. I thought I was losing my mind, but works out. Gave up a lot. We've given up a lot of prospects to benefit right now, but we just got some top-tier talent. Let's actually simulate through the first round of play. Simulate to first round of play? No, first round in general. Okay. It's a strong year number 2 draft. Luke Hughes would have been solid. All these guys are really good. I knew that defense... Ooh! The 14th overall selection. Hanu Varakas would have been a very decent selection. I had a weird feeling. Reinhardt, holy moly. Some top-tier defensemen. Maybe we should have moved up. Maybe we should have held on to the pick, but we got Brock Besser. We're in a position to win. We're changing up the coaching system. Let's see. So we got... I'll have to cross out that. So I have 184. We don't have picks number 184. So I think those are the only guys that I want to go after right now. The goaltender and Jaskin. So pick number 84, that'll be what, in the third round? I'm terrible at math. No. 4th round? Am I... Wait. Yeah, no, I'm wrong. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's go up right here. Tampa Bay, that'll be pick number, what? 85. Got it. I'm terrible at math. Don't blame me, guys, please. Tampa Bay right there. Let's go right there from Minnesota. Pick a number. What am I doing? 3rd round, Owen. Why am I having so much trouble today? I've been having so much trouble lately with this stuff. Tampa Bay. We will go with the 19th overall pick in the 3rd round. Try to steal that away from Minnesota. What would you like? Would you like a Phillips, who is kind of a throwaway prospect at this point, for the 3rd round pick? Trade has been accepted. Minnesota, thank you so much for your contributions to this franchise mode. Let's simulate to pick number 81 in this NHL entry draft. Let's go through the 2nd round, see what we missed. Kidney, pretty solid. Huckins was going to trade for that pick, but I'm glad we didn't. Nothing super special. Okay, solid draft so far. Nothing too shabby. Not bad, not bad. Don't think we missed out on too much in the 2nd round. Goaltender, not bad. Another goaltender, not bad. But I'm kind of banking on this goaltender we're looking at to be solid. Okay, pick number, what is this, 81 in the second-year draft. We will pick from Russia, Maxim Yaskin, 19 years of age. Let's see what he's like. And he is 52 overall. I expected his overall to be down, but that is trade value galore. That means trade options are opened up. Now pick number 100. Let's go to like number 12. Let's go to pick number what? Same pick this round. Minnesota, you want to talk again? Oh no. Pick number 100. Am I just really bad at math? Let's go with 4th overall selection. Will that get it done? Pick number 97. Works for me. Okay. Take our 6th and 7th. Would that... No, that trade's not going to go through. Trade rejected. Okay. Don't think there's anything I want in the later stages. We're probably not going to be able to pick up anything special anyways. Would you want an Afanasenkov? Would that do it? Arizona, trade rejected. Okay, you're going to be like that. What do you want? Hey, you want a Cam Talbot? For 2 more years? Do I even want him? No, he's not going to be... Probably not going to be our backup next year. So, Cam Talbot, you want to... Would that trade go through? Too many goalies? You can give us a goalie if you really feel like it. Oh, Antti-Ranta's on the block. Okay, we'll take the Garrett Sparks. Former Toronto Maple Leaf. Trade accepted. Thank you, Arizona. We trade Cam Talbot. Got a lot done there, but we are taking a goaltender. The 97th overall selection. What do we miss in the 3rd round? I believe we missed nothing super important. I'm not really that worried. Well, this center wasn't bad. Not too shabby. But I'm really banking on this goaltender at least being a medium elite. Because you rarely see a goaltender potentially a franchise guy. And I doubt he is. But if you have an opportunity like that, you gotta at least take it. Marcus Holmstrom from the SHL. Welcome to Calgary. What do you like? You know what? Medium elite, 48 overall at 18 years of age. He's got time to learn. 6'4", was really good in the men's league. He's coming over to Calgary. Maybe he's a Mika Kiprasov. You never know. And let's simulate to pick number 191. I have no more trades to make right now. There's really nothing else I can do at this point. Did I miss anything in the 5th round? Just showing you. So if you want to pause anywhere, go right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But I don't got no time for nobody except you guys. But I don't want this to be like an hour-long episode because it's a pain in the butt to render. Okay, 7th round, pick number 5 in the 7th round with our last selection of the year number 2 draft. What are we feeling like? Do we go with another goaltender? Because I feel like goaltenders are always good to pick. Let's go with a goaltender. Wow, okay. With our last selection, do we go with this Vyacheslav Prohorkin? Prohorkins are always good. We'll go with this Zykov or Zykov, 19 years of age. I'll go with him. Let's see what he's like. Fringe starter in the 7th round. Can't be much worse than that. I mean, it can't be a lot better. Why did I say that? So we only made 4 selections in the year number 2 draft. But overall, it went really damn well. We traded for Brock Besser, traded Elias Lindholm, traded Giordano, got an 83 overall in the draft. Everything went as planned. It went really well. A lot of trades during the draft. A lot of trades. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the entire offseason this video, but coaching, I'm not worried about that. We can deal with coaching next episode. I want to see if we can get contracts done this episode, leave you at free agency, and then you guys can shoot me some suggestions. So our contracts up this year, TJ Brody, Josh Anderson doesn't want to come back. I don't want to bring back a lot of these guys. Let's start at the bottom. Zach Ronaldo, Bring you back, why not? Hey, if you guys don't want to come back, don't come back. I don't want you here in Calgary or Stockton. I want you. Tobias Reeder. Why not? You scored 3 goals in the playoffs once. Fitzgerald, not a bad depth player. Ilya Kovalchuk, screw you. No offense, I love doing Montreal. Derek Forbot. Oh, that's a beauty contract for Forbot. I'm going to give you that straight up, my man. Josh Anderson, I'll let you go. TJ Brody, I'll deal with you in a second. RFAs, Dylan, we got a lot. A lot of RFAs this year. Lurby, I'll let you go. I'll let you go as well. Gaudin, or Gowden, not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Hetherington, Hag, why not? Just make my life easy. Oh, Baptiste ain't too shabby. 2-year contract? I'll give you a 2-year contract. Might even be an NHL guy for us. Valimaki, I'm not giving him that contract right now. Injuries really hurt him this year. He was an 83 overall, got injured, came back, got injured right away, and that hurt him. So I'm going to qualify. Maybe somebody sends an offer for him. Sam Bennett. I'm going to qualify him as well. I want to guess that it's Morale, but I'm not sure at this point. Dylan Dubé, 2-year contract. I'll give him a 3-year. I'll give him a 3-year deal. I'll even give him. I'll give him 1.225. Works for me. Unsigned guys. O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Welcome to Calgary. I'll sign Exelby. He's ready for the AHL. Kondratev, I'm going to bring into the AHL. Bickle, I'm going to leave. And everybody else, I'm going to leave. How about goaltending? What's the goaltending situation? David Rittich. Not sure about you. Dustin Wolf, I will sign you to your entry-level deal. Dustin Tokarski, goodbye beach ball goalie. I don't need you anymore. We will sign Garrett Sparks for the AHL, might as well. AHL might as well, get it, pun intended. David Rittich, 1.550 for 1 season. For 1 year, sure. Give him a straight-up contract. If he signs it, he signs it. If he doesn't, screw you. I don't want to deal with that, but let's see. Who doesn't want to come back? Forbot, dope. Ronaldo, dope. Tobias Reeder, dope. David Rittich gets his contract. I think because we had a poor season, everybody's asking for less money, and I'm okay with that. Dylan Dubé signs that 3-year deal. Tristan O'Reilly, O'Reilly. If you have any nicknames for him, leave me a suggestion. Is he going to be my Jeffrey Woodworth? Oh, nobody can be a Jeffrey Woodworth, but gosh diggity damn. Garrett Sparks, good. Ryan Fitzgerald, good. Everybody's coming back, making my job a little bit easier. Dustin Wolf, hell yeah. Kondratev, the Russian machine, never breaks. Our year 1 draft prospects are coming into the NHL. Or into the AHL. And TJ Brody looks to be the last guy left. I'm going to send him a contract because we'll have like $20 million to deal with even after we sign him, which leaves the door open for a lot. We can bring on something phenomenal. Like I hope this is the draft class. Last year I thought was the draft class, but this year, not free agency class. Why did I say draft class? This year is the year to get something awesome. We can compete with everybody else via contract sending. So 4.15 for TJ Brody for 3 years. Simulate a day. Let's see if he's coming back to Calgary. TJ Brody is going to reject the dollar value for 3 years. I think he's worth it. 4.8 for 3 years. Easy contract to move if we feel like it's not debilitating. TJ Brody comes back on that $4.8 million deal. $22 million to deal with. We have no more contracts except for Sam Bennett and Valimaki, which I'm not going to deal with at this point in time. You guys can decide. Maybe we bring them back. Maybe we don't. But we have a crap ton of contracts next year to do with Goudreau, Besser, Kachuk, Parenko. So just remember that. Remember that we have to hold on to a lot of cap to make sure we keep this team together. But let's simulate to free agency. Coaching right now, I don't care. Screw them. We will revamp this entire coaching staff going in to free agency. And I will leave this episode off with questions. The free agency pool in 2021, what is it looking like? Is there anything big out here in year number 2? Okay. Dougie Hamilton. Dougie frickin' Hamilton. Do we bring Dougie back? I know apparently he didn't like it here in Calgary, but he might be the guy. He might be the guy. Goaltending. Tristan Jarry. Oh, Thatcher Demko. Do we steal him from Vancouver? He is an RFA, so that'd be pretty difficult. Oh, Sorokin. Ilya Sorokin is apparently a franchise player. I didn't put him in a franchise player. I believe I put him in a high elite. He was only like 25 years of age, and he's a really phenomenal Russian. He's a really good Russian goaltender. Apparently he had a really good year for New York. He might be our starting goaltender this next season. Ilya Sorokin might be a contract we send our way. Send his way. Tristan Jarry. Parsons has made his way to free agency. Good job, Pittsburgh. How about any defensemen and forwards out there? Nothing super crazy. Okay. So, I mean, Dougie Hamilton, $6 million off the book. He only wants 3 years. Not bad. Brendan Gallagher. Our top 6 is basically set. We're only looking for maybe a centerman. Derek Brassard would be pretty solid, replacing Backlund. Dougie Hamilton might be the best option. Dzingel would be sick for that third line. Maybe. We do have a few. We have Valimaki and Sam Bennett. So remember that Sam Bennett, Valimaki have to come back or be traded in some fashion. Nick Foligno would be sick. A lot of options out here. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys. What the hell do we do for Calgary? What are the options? What coaching system do you want me to go with? I'm thinking more of an offensive route because this team is capable of that now. I think we have to start from day number 1. But it is up to you. With our crap ton of trades in year number 2, the draft specifically, we have changed the face of this franchise. Colton Parenko, Brock Besser, and O'Reilly, welcome to Calgary. This is a new face team. Are we headed back to the postseason next year? What do we have to do next? Thank you guys so much for your support. I gotta say that. You guys are killing it. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment down below of games you'd like to see me play. PlayStation 4, obviously. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.